Steph, what happens to your defense? You guys lose Mike Lowe early, and I know Bryce is fine, but Lowe's a senior leader for you guys.
Yeah, that was a tough blow just to have to deal with on the first play of the game. But Bryce did a great job of stepping up and making plays, and he was great out there. Made his calls, made his checks, and he also got physical. So it was good to see him step up like that. But yeah, that's a huge blow to lose him first play of the game on something like that.
You guys came in with the same record as Stanford. Did you expect it to be a more competitive game, and how do you feel that with the result?
I mean, it's disappointing that we didn't make enough plays to make it more competitive. But yeah, coming into the game, we worked hard all week, expecting to come in there and compete, and we just gave up a couple big plays early, a couple drives on their first two drives or first three drives, and we just dug ourselves in too much of a hole. But disappointing. Just you work so hard every single day of practice just to come out there. You wish you could have it be coming down to one play at the end of the game instead of being a little lopsided like that.
How much tougher is your guys' job when the offense is turning it over 4 times?
I mean, our job is already tough by itself, but it doesn't matter really what the offense does. It's just our job to keep them out of the end zone. So we didn't do that enough today. We got to cause some more turnovers and get some more 3-and-outs and make them just punt the ball, because if they don't score, they don't win. So we just got to do our job, and the offense, they'll take care of their business.
If you could use the big game as a measuring stick, sort of comparing where Cal was when they played Stanford last year compared to this year, how much have things changed, and what do you see that's maybe encouraging you about the program in the future?
Oh, looking back at last year we weren't really playing for anything these last 3 games, but just getting ready for the following year, or for the next year. So this year I've seen us grow a lot, competing, guys out there being more disciplined, more of a family atmosphere, guys out there working hard together. And we're minimizing the undisciplined plays from last year and being in our gaps and being more assignment sound, and we're cutting that down every single game this year. So I mean, we're right there, a couple plays here and there that we need to be more disciplined, so we can get off the field on 3rd down, so we can make some bigger plays, some stops for loss instead of guys getting 3 yards gained. So measuring it from this game compared to last year, I'd say we're leaps and bounds better than we were last year at this point right now.
Steph, you talked about discipline, but you had 113 yards of penalties again today. You were over 100 last week with USC. What do you think's going on there? And is the guys getting frustrated, or how do you explain that?
I think it's a little bit of both. Guys getting frustrated, and guys just some of them we just gotta maybe technique errors as far as holding or pass interference is just trusting the technique, moving your feet instead of grabbing on the receivers. And yeah, some of it's also keeping your cool as far as, like, I had one myself, knowing where you are on the field when on the sideline, so you don't get a late hit or anything like that, and just being disciplined, knowing where you are, and not really trying to retaliate or get caught up in the moment, but just play the game. Don't get caught up in a shoving match or pushing or pulling someone. Just play the game and then move on to the next play when the play's over.
Steph, I know you're on the sideline for this. I don't know if you saw much of it, but to have three turnovers or 3 touchdowns overturned, did that have a deflating sense at all to you guys?
Not really a deflating sense, but it's just after the second one, you're kind of like, really, come on now, what's going on here? But I mean, it's just as long as we just on defense, we just got to worry about just getting stops. On offense, we know eventually they're going to put the ball in the zone, they're going to start scoring, get things clicking and figuring it out. So really for us, it's just a matter of time. Like, all right, they're going to score now, okay, what? And it was kind of like some ups and downs. Like, yeah, we scored. Oh no, they're going to review it. Oh, we scored. No, they're going to review it. And then by the time they did the 3rd one, I'm like, they're going to review it. They're going to review it. So you kind of just started to expect it. But it just, after the first one, the little ups and downs. But other than that, it's just, we just wait for it to be official and see the points go up on the board.
One last one here.
On the play where Michael Lowe was flagged for targeting, as a defensive back, how difficult does that rule make it for defenders to play, because everybody's in motion and you're risking not just a penalty but ejection as well?
Yeah, it's tough. That's a hard play. As being in a defense, you really have to. It gives you a lot to think about. Not only do you have to think about what formation they're in, what routes they're running, concepts, but then you add that into you got to think about where you can hit the guy. And a lot of the times, if it's bang bang, the receiver's going to be defenseless because he's looking at the ball. So and you're going to hit him. So it's a real tough play, real tough call. And you just hate to see that happen to anyone, especially being a senior, his last big game. It hurts to see him not be able to be out there.